Hi, my name is Adriane Tabag with IdeateTV, and I'm here with the Hex 11 team. So go ahead and introduce yourself, ladies, and tell us a little bit about what the comic book,
What the hex you're doing?
what the hex is going on here.
My name's Lindley Forrest. I'm the editor and the producer.
My name is Lisa Weber. I am the creator and artist of Hex 11.
I am Kelly Sue Milano, and I am the writer.
I am Samantha, and I am the color assistant.
Awesome, ladies. All right, well, tell us a little bit about Hex 11. Who would like to?
I can do it.
Okay.
So, as the pitch person, the basic story is Eleanor, who is a young witch in training. She studies under the tutelage of Vera, who is a master witch. They live in a world where magic has been discovered like a new technology. So in the same way that the internet came upon our lives and it was a bit of a social disruption and economic disruption, the same thing is happening in her reality right now. So she is naturally inclined to magic, as is Vera. And those who are naturally inclined have been relegated to living in this huge slum outside the city called the Hex. Because they're outside the system, they can't be managed. They don't have anything to purchase. They're rabble rousers, so to speak. So in this we've just now released our very first volume.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. We are very proud of it. In this first story arc, Eleanor stumbles across a magical firefight between a demon mercenary and a black market magic dealer. She doesn't know what's going on, but she's bold and headstrong and decides to get involved because she just thinks someone's trying to hurt somebody else. And in doing so, she learns two key things. One, that is she's way more inherently magically powerful than she realized. She's got a bit of an anger management problem. And two, that the powers that be are crafting a nefarious plot. And ultimately, it's going to be up to her and her kind of ragtag crew in the Hex to come together to stop the plan, to save the powers that be from themselves and to save everyone else.
Wow, that sounds like quite the story here.
It's pretty epic.
It is, it's an epic. So where do you get this inspiration for writing this story?
Well, it was actually created by Lisa. She had this idea rolling around in her mind for, I don't know how long, 10 years? 15?
Ready to come out.
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of created this world and these characters, and for years I've just kind of been building them. And I mean, as far as inspiration for the world went, I just kind of looked at ours for inspiration a lot. When it became time to finally, I felt that it was ready to be told. I didn't know how to put the chess pieces in place, and I didn't know how to put words in their mouths, and so Lindley introduced me to Kelly Sue, and we had all the same kind of loves of geek culture and stuff like that, and we were all on the same page about what should happen and where it should go, and it's been incredible to collaborate and see them come to life. Yes.
Yes. That is so cool. Yeah, let's hear about your experience.
Well, I mean, I say all the time that it's the greatest gift because it was this beautiful idea that was sort of brought to me. And she told me about it, and I was trying to keep my cool, but also on the inside, I'm like, it's everything I've ever wanted to write.
Wow, that's so exciting.
And I think we both share a pretty deep love for writing and creating sci-fi and fantasy and telling very real human stories against a backdrop of an extraordinary world with extraordinary people and characters, and that's really the fun of it, is kind of finding what everybody can identify with as people, but in something as amazing as a story like this, and as huge and as vast, and it's universal in a way, and it's very, very cool. So it's awesome. We love it.
Yeah, awesome. I know. I feel like I can't wait to read this. I'm really looking forward to it.
That's what we hope.
Yay. Okay, and let's see. As a colorist, where do you get this palette?
Well, a lot of it actually comes from Lisa. She actually comes up with a lot of it, so I just do more of the technical side. But sometimes we'll throw things back and forth. We'll work together.
Nice.
The cool thing about Hex 11 is that she wanted to build each scene to have its own color palette, and it's very distinct, and you can see it when you turn the pages too. And it's just the most amazing colors you've ever seen in a comic book.
Wow.
It's very rich, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that is so cool. So where can we find Hex 11? Where can our viewers purchase the comic books?
Always find us at hexcomix.com. That's HEXCOMIX.com. We have a great website, little web store there. You can also find a lot of Lisa's custom artwork, as well as merch, t-shirts, and things like that. You can also find us on Comixology. If you just search Hex 11 or Hex Comix on Comixology, we'll come up there. And you can find us at shows. We like to hug the West Coast. We're from California. We're Venice-based, and so we're always at these SoCal shows. We'll be in San Diego with issue number 7. So we're starting volume 2 will be out this year.
Congratulations.
Issue number 7 will be out for San Diego Comic-Con, so you can find us there. And then we'll be at Long Beach Comic-Con. We'll be at Phoenix Comic-Con. And we're at Kamikaze every year, and we're at Wondercon every year. So you can always find us here, and we sign books. But you can also get our stuff online, so we're pretty accessible. We're not in stores yet, but we're coming.
Working on that. Do you have Instagram, Facebook?
All of that. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, email. But if you search for Hex 11 or you search for Hex Comix, COMIX, you will find us. We are out there.
Awesome. Well, you ladies, it's so inspiring to have an all-women team and just being able to, you know, for the future of us, you know? It's very inspirational.
Well, thanks. We didn't set out necessarily to be all women. That wasn't the plan.
Yeah.
I mean, we weren't like, hey, let's go be a female collective and do creative things. We just happened to, like, Lisa and I just knew I've been friends forever, and I was a huge fan of her work. She had this great idea. We started talking about that. We went to look for a writer, and that writer could have come in any form. It just happened to come in this amazing form of Kelly Sue. And so we were like, great. And then we went looking for a colorist, and Sam was actually a student. We looked for an intern, and we got tons of portfolios back from people, but the best one happened to be hers. I mean, it was like, and she just happened to be a lady. So it's like, this is about excellence first, and it's about being female second. But we are fabulous.
And I have to ask you, what's it like to have a vision that you've had for so long? What is that like, being able to get that out finally?
Every step of the way has been overwhelming. I mean, even when we put out just the first issue, I was bowled over by this thing that I was holding in my hands that had just existed in my head for however many years. And every step of the way it's like that, like every time we do another issue, and when we got the volume, and I was like, wow, it's so heavy. And it's so like well bound. and it's to see it real, and to also have the reception that it has, like to put it out there and have people respond to it so positively, is humbling. It's incredible, and to know that it was the right thing to do and the right thing to think about all those years is incredibly rewarding. Yes.
Yeah. What advice would you give to somebody who maybe has that vision too for themselves?
I would actually have to say the first thing to do is find a team, because I could not have done this without every other lady sitting here. It would have been impossible. It's far too much of an undertaking, and I think that a lot of the time people feel like, oh, well, I have to do everything myself. You don't. It's so awesome to have support, and so that's my first piece of advice. And of course, believe in yourself. And practice your craft every single day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yes.
All that, very good advice.
Yeah, very good advice. Take away, people, take away. Well, thank you ladies so much.
So much.
Yeah, and we look forward to seeing what you guys have in the future.
Well, we've got
Awesome.
things coming. We've got other properties coming. We've got Lots of new stuff to unveil. So as a publishing company, we are going to publish other work, and so pay attention.
Awesome.
You're gonna like what you see.
Good. I'm excited. And congratulations. Yeah. Adriane Tabag signing out with IdeateTV. Bye.